Why would anyone want to get married?
Because they love each other and they just feel a connection, I believe.
Do you think it's a good thing?
Yeah.
As is stated in the Bill of Rights, the fight for the pursuit of happiness and love to be legal in the states that have banned same-sex marriage has been the mission of the growing LGBTQIA community for decades.
Do you know what marriage is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's when a husband and a wife get married.
So what do you think gay marriage is?
When a boy and a boy get married and a girl get married.
Oh, you're right. Do you think that's very hard to understand?
For some kids.
But not for you?
No, not really.
Up until June of 2013, the right to marry the one you love was recognized in only 8 states until June of 2015, when the Supreme Court was challenged with the case Obergefell versus Hodges, which ultimately led to the outcome of federally recognized right to same-sex marriage for all states.
Tell us what gay marriage is?
Where a boy marries another boy.
Okay, and could it be when a girl meets or marries another girl?
No.
Just a boy meeting another boy?
Yeah.
Wow, what would it be called if a girl married another girl?
Lesbianism.
Do you think anybody should be able to get married if they want to?
Yes.
How come?
Well, because if they want to, they should be able to.
Not only a reflective major landmark triumph in the decade-long fight for equality, the recognition of marriage equality leaves experts explaining there will be a notable increase in the well-being and treatment of LGBTQIA individuals throughout the nation. Glenda Russell, a Colorado clinical psychologist, argues that there's a fair amount of accumulating evidence that says when people are in places where they have more rights as opposed to fewer rights, mental health is advantaged by that. And from my own personal experience, I believe she is completely on point with that statement. As a community, the battle for equality has been a mission for expression of love having no preference in gender, as well as the plea to be recognized as humans, not for our sexual orientation preferences. The recognition and acceptance of gender differences allows for fostering a feeling of safety, such as the option of unisex bathrooms not limiting the choice and forcing on comfort. Unfortunately, with much gray room still existent in laws, the fight for equality is far from over. Homosexual families are still frequently viewed as less adequate, with homosexual couples not able to have the same legal protections as heterosexual married couples. Furthermore, vaguely worded laws regarding custody of same-sex parents allows for continuous discrimination against LGBTQIA parents and families in the pursuit of housing and education alike. Furthermore, societal inhibitions and stereotypes have left a stigma of being unfit to parent surrounding gay couples and the resulting questioning of their parenting capabilities. With much work still needed in regards to legality and the already existent laws, LGBTQIA families are making continuous progress in the fight for equality daily. For example, lesbian mothers are still not legally recognized as parents without a biological connection or formal adoption. Horrible to think about when considering the amount of heterosexual couples with children that have neither of those yet are still considered to be legal parents. To include a real-life story for this advertisement, I invited a close friend, as well as someone who has been out for the past 4 years, to give me her own experience coming out and having a gay dad.
Hi, my name's Madeline Furry, and I'm 19 years old, and I go to U of O. My dad came out as gay when I was about 12, and I obviously reacted very negatively to it since I could see the effects it had on our family. Obviously it split us up, and it was tough for all of us to accept it, but I'm really glad actually that it happened, because without his strength to come out and to be himself, I wouldn't have had the strength to come out and be myself personally. Without him taking me to Pride and having him to talk to about my struggles to come out and to accept myself, especially with a very conservative Christian mom, it was really nice to have that support and that person to go to. So I came out to, myself when I was about 15. Obviously I told my dad right away, because I was scared and confused, and he had been in a much worse position than me, so he guided me a lot. It took a few years to come out to my mom. You know, it was really hard to not feel accepted for who I was, and to not feel like I could say what I wanted or talk to who I wanted or talk about what I wanted because of her judgments of me and her disbelief in me being gay because I don't look gay or I don't act gay or sound gay. So yeah, it was really nice having my dad to support me, and he got me through a lot of troubles with coming out to my mom and coming out to the small Catholic private school I went to, being the only out lesbian out of about 800 or 900. So it was really actually powerful, I have to say, coming from an LGBT friendly background to standing up and being strong in representing myself and who I am and not caring who I'm around or who sees it or who hears it, because it's important to be who you are these days. And I think I've actually helped a lot of people come out and accept who they are, because why not? It's an awesome culture, it's an awesome world, and I can't imagine my life without it, without the support and the strength from the LGBT community and my own family. Now that I've accepted who I am, they've accepted me a lot more. So I am very thankful for my dad and the LGBT community and my personal coming out and strength as a lesbian.
I would like to end with a note of recognition highlighting the struggles of children dealing with questioning their identity and sexuality and feeling unsafe in the fear and confusion. The purpose being to express to both LGBTQIA children and the parents of LGBTQIA children that they are not alone. One thing that has been the objective from the movement for equality from the start, realizing that there is a community, there is a home, there is safety, and there is recognition. Without my parents' unfaltering support, I do not know where I would be today, as is the very unfortunate grim reality for teens who do not have support at home. I can now walk with stride and confidently say I've put the scarred remains of my choppy oceans in my past, and maybe not every harbor is beautiful, but I think that mine is, because even though it homes a story that every child fears, and went on for years consisting of denial of my own identity and self-worth, thinking I would be forever consumed with emptiness, I am no longer empty and could not be prouder of who I am.